Please welcome back General Powell and Mrs. Powell.
Colin and I, and all of us at America's Promise, have always shared a bedrock belief about the future of the American dream. We believe that if the dream is to become real for all children, we must see all children as our children. And it's that spirit that takes us beyond schools and classrooms to the work that is so vital to school success, to bring more of the promises into the lives of children who need them most. Now, some say the task of transforming a community is impossible. The barriers are too high. The task is too large. I know from my own work with the DC Promise neighborhood in Washington, the enormous challenge that is faced by communities where too many children have experienced too few of the 5 promises. But I also know, like from places like the Harlem Children's Zone, the DC Promise neighborhood, and the Parramore Kidz Zone in Orlando, Florida, that amazing things can happen when a community collectively summons the will to make young people their priority. Not so long ago, Parramore was a place where schools were failing and opportunities were scarce. Gang activity and juvenile crime rates were so high that young people were afraid of being on the street. You wouldn't recognize the neighborhood today because Orlando summoned the spirit of community. Together, they transformed Parramore into a city on a hill whose light is a guide for others. Lisa Early, who directs the Family Parks and Recreation Department for the City of Orlando, has been involved with this remarkable initiative from its beginning in 2006. And I'd like Lisa to come up now. Lisa are 2 young people from the neighborhood, Sasha Mills and Rayshawn Brown. Lisa, we are so proud today to present the Powell Legacy Award to the Parramore Kidz Zone. On behalf of all of us, thank you for keeping the American dream alive. Thank you for keeping America's promise. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much, and I know we're an amazing company. I've really been inspired today by so many of the performers, the speakers. This is just a remarkable group here, and I have a few words to say on behalf of Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer. First, I want to thank the Powells for this tremendous honor and to let you know that we will invest this in kids in Orlando's most disadvantaged neighborhood, kids who are, instead of growing up with booster rockets on their backs, they're growing up with anchors on their ankles. And it is our job to remove those anchors and put those booster rockets on, and that's what we're doing every day, and that's how we're going to invest this award. And just to say a little bit more about my colleagues with me, both Sasha and Rayshawn grew up in Parramore Kidz Zone. They've been with us for the past going on 11 years now, from the time Sasha was in middle school, Rayshawn in high school. Rayshawn graduated from college in 2014, the first person in his family to graduate from college. And Sasha's in college now. And Sasha works for Parramore Kidz Zone, and Rayshawn Brown is Orlando's My Brother's Keeper director. Okay, so just to inspire you, instead of me coming up with words, I'm going to read an excerpt from a book that has always inspired me. The book is called Women Who Run with the Wolves by Clarissa Pinkola Estes. And here it goes, quote, I have heard from so many recently who are deeply and properly bewildered. They are concerned about the state of affairs of our world right now. Yet I urge you, ask you, gentle you, to please not spend your spirit dry by bewailing these difficult times. Especially do not lose hope. Most particularly because the fact is, we were made for these times, yes. There have never been more able crafts in the waters than there are right now across the world. Look over the prow. There are millions of boats of righteous souls on the waters with you. One of the most calming and powerful actions you can do to intervene in a stormy world is to stand up and show your soul. Soul on deck shines like gold in dark times. The light of the soul shows sparks, can send up flares, builds signal fires, causes proper matters to catch fire. Struggling souls catch light from other souls who are fully lit and willing to show it. It does not take everyone on earth to bring justice and peace, but only a small, determined group who will not give up during the first, second, or 100th gale. I hope you will write this on your wall. When a great ship is in the harbor and moored, it is safe. There can be no doubt. But that is not what great ships are built for. Unquote. So, again, in closing, thank you for this tremendous honor. We have work to do, we have children to raise, and we have a torch to pass on to the next generation who will take over where we leave off and continue our legacy of making this world a better and more just place. Thank you.